Hello, everyone, and welcome. Hope y'all are doing well. You had a good weekend. I was pretty good, and now it's Monday again, which is not too bad. I get to be here with y'all, play some more Oblivion. And this is Thanksgiving week. Not sure about everywhere else, but I know in this area, um, there's only school for today and tomorrow, and then they got the rest of the week off. Then my son's birthday is Wednesday, Thanksgiving is Thursday, and then it's pretty much back to normal after that. All right, so this week's schedule is going to be a little bit different than it normally is. We're only going to be live twice this week, today and tomorrow. Then we won't be live again until next week. So we're going to play Oblivion today, and I'm thinking what we're going to do is probably play Ghost of Yotai tomorrow. Unless y'all would prefer me to play Dragon Quest 3, I could do that too. Next week, we're going to do Oblivion, Ghost of Yotai, and Dragon Quest 3. So if you would prefer Dragon Quest 3 over Ghost of Yotai, please let me know in the chat. Of course, you can also communicate it on Discord, which if you haven't joined the Discord already, there should be links available for you to click on and join the Discord. And then there's plenty of servers on there, and general probably would be a good one to communicate. All right. So, who remembers where we left off? Does anybody remember? Turn some audio on here. Okay. So, I have been trying, there's a new game, and I downloaded it on PlayStation because my computer doesn't really handle newer games anymore. It's relatively new and it's been kind of popular streaming wise. I want to give my opinion on it here in just a second. I want to make sure I say the name correctly. Where winds meet. Okay? Where winds meet. So it's not a bad game. This is just my opinion. Okay? I believe it came out shortly after Ghost of Yotai. And Ghost of Yotai is a Japanese based story in game. And where the winds are, whatever, is Chinese, which is actually nice to see. Lots of times when games like this come out, it's either like English kind of knights and stuff, or maybe Vikings, or you end up with Japanese samurais and ninjas and stuff, and that's kind of it. And so it's nice to see a Chinese cultured game come out. Um, I've only played a little bit, so my opinion is based on the little bit that I've played so. If you know me, I'm heavily into like story and maybe like exploration and stuff like that. Not as much into combat and challenges and stuff like that. I don't really care about trophies, all that mess. I am not a competitive kind of gamer. Um, so the story seems intriguing. I'm interested in learning more. It seems the story starts off. This guy has a baby and he's being attacked or whatever and fighting and whatnot, and then you create your character, and I guess you're the baby basically. And when you play, obviously you're not a baby anymore. You've grown older or whatever, and you can fight uh, brigands and stuff like that. They call them marauders. Actually, you can fight marauders. I've fought a bear. You can do one sword, do two short swords, a spear. Um, they have a fan. You can fight with a fan and an umbrella, and then you also have your bow for range stuff. And then you learn different martial arts. Like last night, I believe it was, I learned Tai Chi, which allows you to be able to pick people up and throw them. or even the bear. Pick them up, and throw 'em. The combat is fun. It's pretty unique. You can jump pretty high. Of course, you watch all the kung fu movies. They can float around on the trees and whatnot. And so it's kind of fun being able to jump sort of like that. You can play solo or you can play co-op. So it can be online or it can be not as much. I'm still kind of getting used to the controls and whatnot. If it was my opinion and I was designing the game, there would be some changes that I would make. I would cancel the whole online thing and I would focus solely on single player, and I would focus on the story and gameplay, and the graphics are pretty nice too. I would focus more on that, and not as much as multiplayer. Um, there, it seems a little chaotic at times. There's so many things to like keep track of and change and whatnot. So you can go into your bag and you can equip your weapons and your armor. Okay. But then you have an appearance section in your menu where you basically change the appearance of things. That's when the microtransactions come into place. Yes, there's a battle pass. I'll be glad when the battle pass and microtransactions disappear, although I'm sure it never will. It is a free game, so that's probably how they're making most of their money, with useless cosmetics. I'm not a huge fan of microtransactions. I'm not a huge fan of battle passes, because, like I said, it's basically just changes the appearance of the character. Doesn't really have any benefit. You're spending money that you could use elsewhere uh, for a shirt that does nothing, or a special weapon that does absolutely nothing. It just makes it look different. It's a waste of money, honestly. And it doesn't really make the game any better. It has no benefit. It benefits them because they're making. And there's a lot of games that tend to focus heavily on microtransactions. A lot of games nowadays, especially competitive games and shooter games. But a lot of role-playing games have been adding these microtransactions as well. But it's not the worst that I've seen. You don't have to necessarily do it, and there is some things that you will find in game that you don't have to buy, which I like that. They should, if they're going to do that, they should give you that kind of. But you have all these menus that has different stuff in it, and so you're kind of all over the place there. And then you have you're doing your combat, you have tons of buttons to click. And you got to make sure that you block at the right time while you're also hitting other buttons and kind of stuff. And then you can switch through your weapons and whatnot. And like I said, I just started playing. I'm still kind of getting used to it. So my opinion very well can change as I'm playing the game more. I think the combat is a little bit too all over the place, and it needs to be structuralized just a little bit. Out of my thought process. Every action in the game, everything you do in the game, affects something in the game and people's attitude towards you. So I guess in a sense there's sort of like karma or something. And so apparently, if you bump into people, you can piss people off. And it can ruin their thought process of you. Which is interesting when you're in a town or whatever, and there's people all in a group, and you're trying to get through, and they're in your way, and you end up accidentally bumping them, and then they get mad at you. Yeah, I guess there's some realism to that, but you're playing a game and you're trying to be a good, nice person. It can make it difficult to be good and nice just because you accidentally bumped somebody. I'm not sure how I feel about that. But, like I said, combat is fun. Okay, once you get the hang of it. Storyline seems interesting. Graphics is gorgeous. So I don't know at this point if I'm quite ready to stream it. Not to mention I got a ton of other games that I'm currently playing. Not enough time for every game, right? So we're currently playing 3 games: Oblivion, Ghost of Yotai, and Dragon Quest. I don't really have room for another. I don't really have time during the week to add any more games. I am a father of 3 kids. One is disabled and homeschooled. And then I have a 2-year-old, and it can get busy. And streaming is kind of flexible. It gives me that I can do around everybody's kind of schedule, and if need be, at a particular day, I don't necessarily have to go live if I got something going on. Whereas if you have a standard job, the boss says you either come or you're fired. I don't care if you have family or not, or an emergency. I need you here because you make me money. That's kind of how most jobs are. And I have to have flexibility because, my wife, she works during the week, 10-hour shifts, 4 days a week. And her job sometimes has her work occasional Saturdays. Her job sometimes puts her on standby where she may get a call to go into work. And her work is, we'll say, 45-minute drive. And of course, underpaid. Nobody pays you what you actually deserve, right? And so I have to do something that I can schedule around her work schedule. Then I got to do something that allows me to take care of my 2-year-old and my autistic son who's homeschooled. I have to be able to help him with homeschooling and whatnot. And so I also have to take care of the house because the wife's not here long enough to really do that on a daily basis. So I'm taking care of kids, I'm taking care of a house, I'm taking care of a dog. And then on the weekends, I'm trying to run a karate school and try to get more and more students. And sometimes things can be a bit overwhelming and stressful, um, but we're trying. So, anyways, we are currently in Oblivion. I don't know if y'all remember that. Hey, Valerian, how you doing? But if we close this menu, we are in Oblivion. One of many Oblivion gates we've gone through. I think we've explored all over the place. We are just now going in the main tower to shut the gate down. We're still looking for the Daedric helmet. Got everything but the helmet. I got Umbra, which is the strongest sword. Pretty much the strongest sword in the game without having enchantments making it stronger. It just has soul trap, which is great because then you can, charge your enchanted weapons and whatnot. I did pick up a ebony longsword, but it's weaker than Umbra. But if I had another enchantment on it, because this has no enchantments on it, but if I had an enchantment on it, it could potentially be stronger based on what the enchantment is. The other thing this is Umbra has no sheath. It just magnetically sticks to your armor, whereas the ebony longsword does have a sheath. Of course, the sheath is magnetically stuck to your armor because it has no belt. But at least there is a sheath. I like it when they have some kind of a sheath for the sword. Not bad today? Great. That is good to hear. That is good to hear. We got to be doing well. Okay. Now, once I get the Daedric helmet, I have a enchantment here I'm going to put on it that allows me to detect life up to 180 feet. I'll put it on the helmet. And then I'll be able to see life force through the wall, so I'll have an idea where my enemies are. Hopefully, I'll see them coming before they see me. Spiders! I hate spiders. Die. No! I also need an anti-paralysis enchantment on my armor. No way they can't do that mess to me. Not another one! Yeah, get in the fire. Get in the fire. No later. Just got the magic regeneration things. I gotta find a door. Door. Who got the door? Oh, hi. Holy moly, we got a lot of enemies here. Alright. 2 gone. I'm gonna need to repair some armor when this is all said and done. Is that it? Use this to regenerate. Brandy. We can summon a spider. Touch of rage. Frenzy, everybody. You don't really need a danger card. Let's see. We can try our new freezing bolt spell. Skill's too low. I can't use it. Gonna have to fix that. Got magic. I got a ton of magic I can't use. You can use fire, but it's kind of weak. To cure paralysis. We have a summoned skeleton. We have feather. Got our healing spell. I do need some better spells. Only got the 3 summoning spells. Haven't been able to find anything else. You have a Dremora fight a Dremora. Need to level up restoration anyways. One door there. And we have another door right there. Go through the first door. That leads to the... Get him, Spider. Doesn't last long enough. I do have a bunch of rolls I do need to be using. What happened to my, I summoned a Dremora, but he's nowhere to be seen. He must have somehow ended up above. Not really worth much money. We are, don't worry about that one. Worth a little bit. Alright, let's go up. Yeah. Alright, now we save in case we get something we don't want. What is it we got? Fortify fatigue on self 50 points. Do we get? Water walking or frost damage. I got something for water walking and water breathing already. We already got that. Although this one's 125. That one's 125 too. So. Yep. Oh, good. No whammies. Better again. Nice to get an anti-paralysis. Fortify fatigue. Won't be stubborn. Resist fire. Or fire damage. That wouldn't be bad. You know, the resist fire would be good if, you know, we had dragons. We don't have dragons in this. Fire damage would be better if it was 35 points and not 25 points. But the main weapon I'm using already has a long sword. For at the moment. Is anybody else hearing audio crackling? I'm water walking. They don't. Sounded like your mic cut out once or twice, but I wasn't sure. Except in game sound. Say, whenever. Although I do it as bad this time. Mike is definitely cutting out. Come on, Mike. Don't cut out through the whole. Still doing it. Uh, well, you know, the funny thing is, I have my stream set up at a bit rate of 6,000. You can see it here, bit rate 6,000, constant bit rate. Okay. Then they want you to do the 2 keyframe interval thing. Okay. So I have it fast on low quality, got low latency on. Okay. And then of course video we have at 60 frames per second, 1080. But like there's material here. If I move this over here, you're gonna see a bunch of me. Hi. If you look down here, right here, is at over 11,000 bit rate. But I have it set to 6,000 because Twitch requires maximum of 6,000. Somehow my bit rate is going over to 11,000, and I don't know if it's causing me some problems or what. Hope it's not me. Definite audio pops. Maybe it's some kind of noise suppression. I do have noise suppression on my mic. So I have noise suppression. I have noise gate. Put it over here. Noise gate, compressor, limiter, and gain. So I got the noise suppression set on this. Noise gate set on this. Although sometimes I feel like the setting might be off because it doesn't allow me to finish the entire sentence sometimes. Although I've played with it and it's like hard to find a good number. Then I got the compressor here. Gain here. And I kind of base this off of what people have suggested, like on YouTube and whatnot. As far as the watching the OBS screen, I wasn't seeing actual cutouts there though, so not sure if it's an encoding artifact or a recording artifact. So, as far as my bit rate being 11,000, down at the bottom it says drop frames 0. CPU is only like 10%. We're at 60 frames per second. Says frames missed due to rendering lag is 230 out of a really large number, 0.1%, but it's not in the yellow. So basically what I got going on is I got multi-streaming, Twitch and YouTube. I have my webcam that's using bitrate. Then I have audio that uses bitrate, although it's a smaller number. Overlays and whatnot probably adds to it as well. I think that's about it as far as what I'm running for the stream. If I pull up Task Manager, we have 38% CPU, 44 at GPU, and 57% memory. So I don't know what's causing the crackle. Could it be my headset? I mean, I can understand if it was my headset. I would think it would just be me hearing it, not y'all hearing it. far as my mic goes, if I was to turn off suppression, try turning headset off and back on. Okay. Might seek a more favorable wireless channel or something. I'm not exactly sure how to do that, to be honest with you. um, yeah, I mean, this has kind of been an audio issue for a while now. Nope, it cut out half of channel. Yeah, I mean, I've been having this, like, on my end, hearing the music and the sound effects crackling and whatnot at times. Um, this is an older headset. Had it a little bit while. It's the what is it, Turtle Beach for PlayStation 4. I have another one, a Corsair, which is just about brand new, but the thing I don't like about it is with this, I can hear myself through my mic, which makes it sound like I'm almost talking without the headset. Whereas with the Corsair one, they don't have that option. So it sounds like I'm talking like this in my ears, and it's like muffled. And not only that, is it's supposed to have it's supposed to cut the background noise out, and I need to be able to, like hear the kids and the baby monitor and whatnot. I can't have too much soundproofing. Do you use any audio processing routing software behind the scenes, voice meter or similar? No, I don't have anything like that I am aware of. Nothing open that I know of. I can turn off the voice suppression. I don't know if that'll make any of a difference. Noise suppression. It's good quality, more CPU usage. We can just like turn it off for a minute. I always had crackling problems with voice meter. Why I asked. Yeah, I think I've heard a lot of people having issues with voice meter and whatnot. So I turned the noise suppression off. I don't know. Have you tell any difference or anything, or is it the same? It's always something, If it's not audio, it's video, right? Decided I didn't want to pay again for broken software when he updated it. Licenses are only good for one version, shrug. Yeah, I find myself, in this position where I have a family and I'm not the biggest of streamers. Not really a lot of income coming in here. Um, so if I use something, it's got to be cheap or it's got to be free, kind of thing. Or I just don't need it. It's kind of the thought process. Um, and voice meter and some of those other voice things they are kind of neat. You can change the sound of your voice, the pitches, and all that stuff. Have an echo if you want. I mean, it's neat, but if it's going to cost you money that you don't have, you don't really need it that bad. Kind of my thought. What did we get? Fortify health. Only 30 points. They getting kind of stingy on it here. But that is, I mean, it's not bad. Potentially health on the armor or even the greaves. You're enchanting your equipment, you don't have greaves. Your pants, well, disregard that. I think you do have you do have greaves. I haven't played Skyrim in a while. I need to get back to it. In some games, you don't have greaves. It's part of your armor. They just automatically make you have it with your armor. No, you don't have greaves. You don't have pants in Skyrim. It comes with the whatever the armor or clothes is, right? Fresh my memory. Game gives you pants. The other game, Skyrim, it's part of your chest outfit. What is our health? We're at 300. I don't have anything giving me health. I'd really like to have some kind of anti-paralysis. That would be really. Alright, let's try it again. Oh, wrong one. What is it? What do y'all think it's going to be? We're back to fortifying blade for 12. Sooner or later, probably just have to choose something. Fortify Magicka. Magic points. 220. Alright, let's see. About skill. Not enough Magicka to use telekinesis. Need 302. Then 10 to 1 after that, it'll probably tell me that I don't have a high enough skill. It's like it'd be nice if it told me everything. You know, like it says don't have enough Magicka. It should like move and then should say not high enough skill level. And what it'll do is it once I get the Magicka, then it'll tell me I don't have a high enough skill level. 10 to 1. So that's the only spell that says that I don't have enough Magicka. And I have 220. And if I added this thing, it would give me 50. Not quite 300. So I'm going to say it's not worth it. There's that audio crackling. We're back to fire damage. Maybe it's because I'm interrupting the sound file. Like, I don't know. I don't know if it's the game or if it's me. Both. Could be both. Chameleon and silence. We're not a stealthy kind of character. Plus, I think I'd rather have like chameleon on a ring. That way I can easily put it on and off. Nobody wants to walk around invisible the whole time. What if I fatigue again? Fatigue is... No, I don't have enchantment on my bow yet either. Frost damage water. Fire damage water. It gives it back to us. Pick again. Shock damage. We've already had that on a bow before. Silence and resist magic this. I mean, absorb fatigue wouldn't be too bad, so you're draining fatigue at the time. Come on, give me something good. Shock damage. I don't want shock damage. And we're back to frost damage. even do. This disease could try to resist vampirism. How that's 50% including. Yeah. I don't think he has like a natural. I always saw it as smart gameplay. Yeah. In Skyrim, they fixed that issue by giving you an enchanting table. I am debating doing the resist disease one. Maybe put it on the greaves on our pants. Have 50-50 chance. Arwen solved the issue by letting you enchant things too. This was the black sheep. Yeah. I don't know what they were thinking in this game. We're going to allow you to enchant rings and scrolls, but nothing else. You know, you're going to have the stones, and you needed to know how to cast a spell in Morrowind. Yeah. Well, that kind of makes sense. You know, you got to know about the spell first, right? I mean, technically, they could do the same thing in Skyrim, require you to, be trained on how to use it. Honestly, I feel like they could have done better with the Mages College than what they did Skyrim. Um, if you're playing vanilla Skyrim, no mods, blah blah blah. The easiest player home to get is the Mages College. All you have to do is be able to do the spells that they want you to do, and then they'll let you right in. Then you have an instant bed and storage space. You don't have to pay any money for it, nothing. And then you go through the quests fairly quickly, and then you become the Archmage. Then you have even nicer bedroom. Um, but it would have been nice to treat the Mages College more like a college, where you have to actually learn how to use spells and whatnot. You don't even have to even really talk to any of the professors. Some of them give you quests, but you don't really learn anything from anybody. Like you know it already. They call it vanilla for a reason, yeah, and not because vanilla is the most delicious one. That's a matter of opinion. I think we're gonna choose resist disease on self, and we're gonna put it on. Gonna put it on the greed here. Gonna put it on the greed. Gotta pull it first. Gotta give it a name. It's not gonna let it be default. Once again, I'm using my damn keyboard on PlayStation. Uh, Spelling this right. Hopefully, I'm spelling this right. That's not right. But easier than all right. So now we have disease resistance of 50%. We shouldn't get diseases as much, hopefully. We're heading towards Crowhaven, actually. And we need to level up. Alright, where's my horse? Where's my horse? I think I left my horse somewhere. Another Gate of Oblivion, 13. Right in front of us? Are you kidding me? Why would you put another gate, like, right next to another gate? Oh. That is the gate. Honestly, I don't know what their intentions were. The map is going to be full of Oblivion gates, I'm sure, at some point. Probably what they should have done, if they had the capabilities, was when you close it, it eliminates it. It won't even be there on the map. That way, potentially, if they wanted to make it random, then they can have a Oblivion gate pop up in the same place more than once. Alright, we did go to the inn. Look at our inventory here. We could probably sell some things. We'll just go to Skingrad real quick.
Who will help an old beggar?
Sure, I've already given you some. Alright, it is almost opening hours. I do need to sleep. Level up.
Well met. Well, have a look around. You won't find better prices in all Tamriel.
Maybe, maybe not. Really don't have anything to need though, but we can sell some stuff. Still debating on the longsword there. Oh, I gotta re-equip my stuff here. Alright, I don't need this no more.
You drive a hard bargain.
Oh, so I have Gauntlets of Brutality, which is Daedric, and I have Daedric Gauntlet. This gives me more strength. So gotta re-equip my pants. This lets you walk on water, but I don't really need. Yeah, we can use the ring to walk on water. Allows us to breathe in the water.
That's A good price for a... You've made a good bit of gold. A fine transaction.
Let's see.
That seems a fair price. You got a great deal there. A fine transaction. A fine transaction.
All right, now we're at 295.
Thank you. Come again. Farewell.
All right, we have the base ring of retribution on, so it reflects some damage. We have the ring of war on, which fortifies armor, athletics, blade block, and a bunch of other stuff. That's my 2 rings that I got on. Some of this stuff we could probably put in storage or... That's better. We need to deal with repairs and recharging. How to soldier. Alright. We'll go back to the inn here. Maybe we'll just go ahead and stay the night there. That way we can level up.
Hello. It's my pleasure. Please continue. Aye, there's a bed free if you need it. It'll be 10 gold for the night. What do you say? Right then. Up. You two.
Not a bad room for the inn. Got windows, the bed's decent. Like a 4-hour nap, I guess. Alright. We're gonna do luck another time. I'll bring it up to 160. That increases my maximum magic, which I've been trying to level up some. But I need to level up other stuff as well. Let's work on personality. Guess we'll do... Alright, we are moving forward here on the Gold Coast. Name of the road, but we're in the Gold Coast. Head to Crowhaven before we go to Anvil. And we're going to stop along the way at anything that might bring, like Garlus Agea. Iron in the road. Fetch it. Take the gold. Alright, so we have a ruin there. We have another Oblivion gate over there. I don't see anything on the other side here. Alright, so we're going to head towards the ruin here. There it is. Leave the horse where it is. Ooh. 5 gold coins. Cup. Cup. So I guess technically you should be coming from this direction. See what's on here. There's the gate we closed. Fort Strand. So there's a fort over there. Got the Oblivion gate right there. So it shows that this is kind of the entrance, but nobody's going to come to this from this. They're going to come from the road up there. I'm coming. Probably a good idea to go inside anyway. Or there. There's four. Come back here. Poison. Way to shut it off. Come back. Something died there in the middle. Zombie. Lost his head. Boy, he's a coward. Draining my magic. Goodness. Lots of necromancers. Alright, now let's start looking around here. Bedroll. Hell's this thing? Gold. Let's take their gold. They don't need it no more. They're dead. Okay, so we came in through here. Stairs.
Whatever it was, it's gone now.
Something's up there. Oh, well, we got some soul gems. You already got up this close. Hold still. Alright, so now we need to go upstairs. Direction. Or a black soul gem. First one I found in this game. Okay. Out of curiosity here. We're over encumbered. Alright, so if we wanted to have one of those heavy armor with the hood looks, we could wear a hood. It would look kind of like that. That actually doesn't look too bad. Only thing is it's going to drop your defense down from 81 to 74. But it doesn't entirely look that bad. I'll have to think about that. Sell that too. Let's see. Torchlight we can't use yet, but it's 50 feet comparison to 20. We need to get our illusion skill up to 70. What in the world is our illusions? Our illusion skill is only 16, y'all. I think we need to start training. Probably need to start paying for trainers. The magic is taking forever. Let's see here. Expert retort. Symbolic. I don't have any ingredients at the moment. That's how you make potions. I got some telekinesis. Watch it not work worth a shit. How is that telekinesis? That's not telekinesis, they just bumped it. It's supposed to grab it and pull it to you. That's what telekinesis. And it ain't worth the dirt. The same thing. And it won't, I guarantee you, it won't bring it to me. Maybe I'm just not standing in the right place. Or it's just a shitty spell in this game. Can't use the spell yet. I don't have enough magic up. That's it for the rolls. You would think by now I would be able to jump up there. Give me my stone. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get this one. Not giving me a text box. Arg. Really? It's not even moving. It's like glued in there now, I guess. Come on now, Oblivion. Can I get my arrow back, please? Stop bouncing off walls. They're not rubber. They're not rubber walls. I'm having troubles with him like being all over the place for. Okay. All right, 2 there, 2 here. Should be everything in this room. That's the poison room. Okay. Probably gonna have to go in there. Perhaps we could pull the stones off the wall. Alright. We have to go this way. Into the room filled with poison. I didn't see anything in there. Holy shit. I think it's because I went by it while it was coming out, maybe. I mean, you would think something would be in here. There's nothing in here. Okay, so this is a safe spot, right? I've not seen any buttons, any doors. And that's constantly going. Nothing in this room at all. Fight with the scythe. Yeah. In there, we got everything out of here. Head down there. The poison is, and all that poison and nothing in there. You would think that they would be hiding something in there. Okay. We will move on. Why not? There was a cave we were exploring a while back that was basically unfinished. Alright, another Oblivion gate. There you are. I was wondering when you were going to come through. Full soul. Another storm atronach. Back in Oblivion. There's another gate. Well, we're gonna try to avoid that. One gate at a time. I'm over encumbered. Let's see, 3,000, 5,000. Get rid of the. It would be kind of cool if the walk on water enchantment worked on the lava too. Stupid spiders. Well, there's the 3 towers. Goodness. I lost my audio there for a second, and then my headset went beep beep. Is it dying? Pretty sure I charged it. Oh. Go. Go ahead and fall. Go ahead and fall. You're gonna kill yourself. Killed himself. Because I have that ring that whenever he hits me, a percentage hurts him. I think the other one died from the fall. Now he falls. All right. Gate somewhere. See what's outside here. I opened the gate, but it wasn't that gate. And the enemies I can shoot with a bow either. Okay. Way to bypass all those. No. Not a way around those fire tower things. Well, we do have some scrolls we used fire. Let's see. That's the gate that didn't open. Alright, this is the literal tower. We haven't been to that tower yet. Okay. Go over this way. I hate spiders. Any poison that I can poison the spider with? Is there magicka? Nope, I don't. Arrow's back here. It. Let's see what's in the other tower. Oh, let's go underground. Otherwise, we have to jump across, which is possible. We could probably do that. And we can miss stuff that's in the cave. Well, I'm not a huge fan of these caves. Got an ebony two-handed sword. Spider! Back up! Back up! No! Get up! There. Ball tag. Over encumbered again. Go up that way. Door over that way. Alright, circled around. Alright, we came from that door. Use on. Oh. That's the door I came in. I opened that. I did not open that. I must open this. Here. Any holes on the ground? Holes on the ground. Nowhere to go. Holes in the ground. And there's a door behind me. Depicting a different floor. The reason why I don't like these caves. Everything kind of blends in. Easy to get lost. I mean, just like I'll just go around. I don't see any other options. That's a different map. That leads me outside. Go in this door. Supposed to be a door right here. Did Bethesda mess up again and forget to put a door? According to this map, I should be able to go straight. Door. There's a wall. Match what actually is there. Circles around. You're supposed to go all the way through the cave, but evidently they screwed up and didn't finish it. Like, it'd be nice if you walked on the lava. Alright, so there's that other tower we didn't go to. And here is where we were supposed to be able to come out of from the other side. The unfinished tunnels. See where it takes us. Oh, let's see. Over. All right. This way and fight the spider. No! Get up! Get up! Can't move. Like duck. So we got this way. Let's back this. Alright, just let us in a circle. Door. Circle around. A hole. That might have been the problem. Is there was a hole in the ceiling, not the floor. But that doesn't make sense. You come through that gate over there. Of course, technically have two gates in this Oblivion. Depending on which gate you came from. Alright, I gotta check out this one tower. Alright, so there's another gate of Oblivion over that way. Or we're not going to go any further than this tower. Need to repair stuff here. Enemies nearby. I don't know how he survived. Not have survived. So really, there was nothing here. Just a fight. What enemies? What enemies? No red dots on the compass. He's dead. Dead. Great job, Bethesda. We are aggroed by enemies outside this tower, which is a whole loading screen. And it's considering it as enemies are nearby. And I'm safe in the tower. This is what you call a glitch. What enemy can see me? And see? Glitch fixed. Now there's no enemies nearby, even though there wasn't to begin with. The game audio is not liking my repairs. There is a. I almost don't want to use it. That was my first black soul gem. I'm I'm sure there'll be. I'm gonna need to get some more. Alright, so I am not going to waste time going through the caves. We're just going to... Isn't it? Door there. I don't know what's going on with the audio today. I mean, it's probably worse than... Alright, so we have a door here. Ow, there's two of them there. Oh, he doesn't have. Got greaves, caress, boots, and his heart. No helmet. Summons the other one. Go up there. I think down leads me to the other door. I'll go up. Let's see. Please. Nice. One thing we need is the helmet. What he's technically wearing is what we need. Freeze. Resist paralysis on self. It's not the pants that I need. They're light armor. Those are mithril. See, that's the effects that I want. My armor is paralysis. Hopefully we'll get it here. Then those spiders can go. Alien. We want anti-paralysis. I don't use blunt, so that's a waste. It would help if I waited to get the stone there. Being too impatient. We don't need anti-shock. Shock again. Walking on water. We don't want to walk on water. By Magica. Orb Magica. Alright, so all we have left is the dress, shield. And then we're going to put something on the helmet. Then we have the bow. Alright, I'm thinking we're going to use the Fortify magic. Alright, so our magic points is at 280. This stone. To increase it 50, that'd be 260. Not enough to I'm gonna have to say no. If it was like 175 maybe. Oh crap. Got it. And resist magic. Only 20. Fortify health. Now we can do health and stuff when we level up. Yield itself disintegrate armor. No, I'm going for intelligence here. Lord. They don't want to give me anything good. Alright, I think we're going to do the fire damage on the bow. Then we're going to do the fire. Something like that. Alright, so I guess basically the way this would work is the damage is 13 plus 25 for the fire damage. So that would make it 38 damage. So if I was to put something like that on the ebony longsword, for example, that's 24, 25, that'd be 49, which would be stronger than Umbra. However, what I'm thinking about doing for the ebony longsword is holding on to it till we find an enchantment for absorbing health. I'm thinking, if they have it in this game, they had something like that in Skyrim. So if you put absorb health on your sword, you're hitting the person. While they're hitting you and hurting your health, you're stealing theirs, healing you. And so, kind of makes you a little bit more badass, I guess. And another Oblivion game. There's another inn. Took his soul. Alright, where are we? Going north. Spider. Ah! Get up. Alright. Close the gate. In that way. Down the road. Black horse. Who's riding the black horse? The Legionnaire, maybe? Horse was killed and left back on foot.
Hello there. What do you want? Good day.
Oh, hello. Go ahead. Be
Just have
seeing you.
rumor.
Do you need... What do you want?
They make it sound like they have a quest with the crown thing.
Go ahead, please. Take your time.
We're already at maximum.
Thank you. Thank you. How
Yeah.
kind.
I sell you things.
Have a look at my wares.
Got
I'm sure there's something
550.
to suit you.
Oh, that's all he's got. What we can do here is we can invest.
I would gladly let you...
Alright, so spend some money
Can I interest you
so
in
that we
some of
can
my wares?
sell him some. Then on the other hand, we do need to do some haggling here, but I don't really want to deal with that right now. We're just
Are you
gonna go to bed.
interested? It's only... All right. Be
All right.
seeing you.
We will sell our junk later.
I see. Hello.
What's going on with you?
They say that slavery has been abolished in Morrowind. House Dress and Hlalu.
Back up. All right, guys, that's all the time I got for today. I'm not sure what that error failed thing is going on my screen here. I think that's supposed to be the chat box. Yep, that's the chat box. For some reason, the chat box went kaputski. Streamlabs. All right. So that's all the time I got for today. We closed 2 Oblivion gates that really weren't that far apart from each other. Explored a ruin that didn't have much in it. And we're getting closer to Crowhaven. We're at an inn not too far from there. I'm not sure how many more places we have between here and there to explore. But when we play again, we're going to sell most of that stuff and then try to move on down the road. So tomorrow's stream will be the last stream for the week because of the holiday. I'm thinking Ghost of Yotai or Dragon Quest III. Feel free to let me know on Discord. If you have not joined Discord yet, you are welcome to do so. There is a link, an invite there. And that's where I put most of my information, links and stuff is all on the Discord. But anyways, if I don't see you or talk to you between now and then, I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy the food, and we'll see you next time.